they have arrived, the Maui 28 G3, in white in my case. Now I think people are missing a trick with this system. They've got a 12-inch driver for the sub, and I think that puts some people off, but I think these will be far superior to the Evox 12, and I will explain why. It's all in the documentation, I'm certain, but there is a processor in this system that will allow you to do something fantastic if you can get your head around it. And my idea, my purpose with this video is to hopefully help you understand how to get the maximum from this system. Beautiful things, German engineering, fantastic stuff. So I bought the Maui 28. It took me a long time to get to that decision because I thought, 12-inch woofers, 12-inch subs, where's that going to get me? But this system is expandable, and I think that some of you are missing a trick, which hopefully I'm going to show you. I need a small system that I can get in my Hilux, my beloved Hilux. All my gear goes in there. I mean, I've bought a Hunter, the kind of stuff that looks really nice and is really portable. I need something good looking. Good looking is really important to me, and engineering. It's really important. I mean, just look. Look at the engineering in this. Look at that. They're lovely. The whole thing. This is aluminium. The sub is from birch. I think it's 15 mil. But the 12-inch driver in the sub did worry me. I needed something small, as I said, to get in my Hilux. I needed something that looked really good, and these look really good. One thing that really swayed me was, apart from the build quality that's really important to me, is like the Evox 12, for example, I looked at for a while, 15-inch driver, but they had the sub and the highs. It must be Vincent highs. These have got this entire column has been tuned. Each column is always tuned. Look on the LD website, they tell you about all this. These are all mid drivers. I think they're 3.5. These are all mid to high drivers, and they are 3.5 inch. These ones have got waveguides on, which gives you 120 degrees of separation, and it splits the frequencies, for want of a better word. Now at the top you've got two horns. Not tweeters, but horns. That makes a massive difference. Another reason for me wanting white, you pay more for white. It's the same always in this industry. If you want something white, you pay more. I guess it looks more premium, and it is. They fit in better at weddings and things like that. So you've got six drivers in this one, 6 drivers in that one, and 2 horns, as I said. But part of my reasoning for buying this system is because I will use these all the time. For example, you can probably hear by the echo that I'm in a kitchen. I'm in my kitchen. But this is where my player, my Denon Prime 4 Plus, is permanently set up. So I've got these 2 Maui 28s in the kitchen. So I need something good looking that sounds great. Even in this small room, these sound great at really low volume. You can tell the quality is there, and that is really important for me, the quality. The quality is there. These are German engineered. This is German engineering. It's going to be good. What do you want? The reason I made this video is because I want you to understand the value of being able to expand or extend this subsystem, the Maui 28 and the 44, and I looked at the 44. The size I could cope with, but at the time I couldn't get the 44s in white, and that is really important to me. 15-inch driver. But the main thing is, these, I don't know if the J8s, but certainly the G3 28s, certainly that model. I don't know about the 44 G2s, although I imagine they probably have. But There is DSP already built in inside, digital signal processing, which will give you a delay on a second sub, and it will invert the signal to give you a cardioid sub setup. So what I want to demonstrate, before I even get there, in the dim and distant past, I did qualify as a sound engineer and in music production, and I was involved with a friend of mine in a PA hire company. That was long time ago in a different life. But the point is, I understand. So when I saw the option of a cardioid sub array, if you like, gradient array, that piqued my interest. So I'm going to test it in my kitchen. I will make a prediction. I do not think the cardioid sub system will work in my kitchen. I think you need a bigger room. In fact, I'm certain you need a bigger room. There's too many echoes in my kitchen and it's too small. It's basically 2 rooms knocked together. I think that the follower, so 2 subs pointing forward, is probably going to double the power. I think possibly pointing the sub back in that small room may make a small difference, but not a big one. So I'm going to do some tests next, hopefully tomorrow, but it's going to be in this video, and we'll see what the results are. But I feel very confident that if I buy another 2 subs for this system and I use them in cardioid mode in, well, even a small venue, it's going to make a massive difference. If you don't understand, or you'd like to understand and you don't and you want to learn, just YouTube cardioid sub setups and you'll see what I mean. We'll do the tests and we'll see. As I say, I think I'm going to get a big improvement with 2 facing forwards. I don't think cardioid is going to work because there's just not enough room for the waves to propagate and cancel each other out and sum in that small room. I just don't think there is. But we'll see. Tests are coming. I shall conduct an experiment tomorrow. So first of all, we're going to be trying just this one. This sub is off, completely off. Just this one. Watch the meter. So there we are, 138 with that one. This time we're going to go with this one on, and it is in follower mode. Yeah, cardioid is off. So now we have 2 subs. As you see, 148. And then we're going to go cardioid. I haven't tested this, but I'm pretty certain it's not going to work in this small room, but we'll give it a go. This is live testing, ladies and gents. Live testing. As I say, I really don't believe this is going to work in this small room. Meant for a bigger room, but we'll see. All my levels are the same everywhere, which I'll show you in due course. So we've got cardioid off. In this configuration, with this sub pointing towards the back of the stage and this one towards the crowd. And by the way, you do get this lovely cover. So if you just do buy the sub on its own, it doesn't look bad. So, cardioid off. If you're wondering where the odd word cardioid or cardioid comes from, it's from the Greek word for heart, cardia, because the pattern is like a heart. Here we go. Cardioid off. And there you go. You see, not as good. And then we're going to try this time with Cardioid on. Push and hold the button. Let's see what this does. Let's start that. You see, not quite as good. And I understand the theory of the Cardioid, and it's brilliant, and it's going to work in a bigger room. So I'll wait till I get to a venue and then show you. But my settings are as follows. Both. The way I like to use these is turn the main all the way up and then one notch back. And this one is exactly at 3 o'clock. Turn Cardioid off and just have it as a follower. So once I've turned that around, it's the correct configuration for Cardioid off. And then of course this one is set exactly the same. The bags for these are optional. You know, you have to pay for the bags, so they don't come as standard, neither do cables or anything else. But as usual with things like this, they take a lot of hard on the road. You throw them about, in the truck they'll grate against something else. You need to make sure these bags, for whatever you get, I mean, everybody knows that the Chauvet gig bar bags are bad. I've got some new gig bars and I'm trying to look after everything as I always do. But these are, I think this is really heavy nylon. Not really sure what it is, but it will say somewhere. Let's have a look. There you go, branded. LD Systems, doesn't say what they are. Doesn't say what they are. Adam Hall Group. No, but this is a really hard wearing, really hard wearing material. And you've got all these flaps with Velcro for your handles. Nice LD on the front there, shiny, unlike the others. Lovely. So there you have it. Hopefully you understood some of what I said, and at least if not, hopefully it's given you something to think about. This Cardioid array system and the way they work, even their theory is worth learning. Just one thing I want to say is don't expose yourself to over 100 decibels as I did. It's stupid. Don't do it. It is literally dangerous and it can hurt your ears permanently. I've got many friends that have got tinnitus and they wish they'd never done anything. The point of me buying this Maui 28 over anything bigger was because I wanted something that sounded marvellous, was just beautiful to look at, wasn't too big physically to be able to move around. You know, I'm getting older, I'm 55, I'm not getting any younger. Yes, I do have assistant when I go out, etc. What I'm going to show you next, I think I will. Coming from where I came from, which was, I was professional when I was younger and I gave up for about, well, I didn't give up, but I had a break from doing it commercially for 20 years, let's say, and I've come from vinyl and then CDs. And then from CDs, there was a massive jump to this new gear and I've just bought all the new gear. So what I'm going to do is extol the virtues of the player that I've bought over others, and to let you know how simple it is to manage the music these days. Play it, get it right, store it, that kind of stuff. So I'm going to do it for you next, because this means I don't need to carry around, we've got wireless DMX these days, we don't need to carry around a light controller, I don't need to carry around music, it's all in this. And I think I'm going to do a review on that next. So if you have any comments, please put them in the comments below. I know there's going to be a lot of people disagreeing or offering advice or something, which is great. That is what the community is all about. We learn from one another. Please like and subscribe if you can. If you subscribe, you'll see everything I post as soon as it's posted. Well, thank you. It's been an absolute pleasure, and I will see you again very soon.